Hey, what's up, Watch Trading fam? This is Cal Knight, Watch Trading Academy, and today I'm gonna share some info with you about the watch circus. So the reason I call it the watch circus is even though there are amazing dealers, wholesalers, watch traders, private buyers, private sellers in the watch industry, there are almost equally and a number of, if not more so, total clowns in the watch industry and in the space that you need to avoid, whether you're a consumer, collector, or just someone who wants to turn into a full-time watch trader like many of the members at Watch Trading Academy, and you need to avoid these types of people. I'm going to break down 4 types of clowns in what I call the watch circus so that you understand the difference between who's real, who's legit, and who's doing good business versus who's just a total piece of garbage. So let's start right away with my most known clown, the here today, gone tomorrow clown in the watch world. The here today, gone tomorrow clown is the person who never anticipated getting into the watch trading industry or even just the luxury timepiece industry to make money from the jump. These are people, maybe you know them, maybe it's your uncle, maybe it's your friend from high school, maybe it's someone who wants to pretend they're a dealer but they have very limited inventory, who made a couple of dollars and got lucky on a few different trades, and all of a sudden they start going full force. It's the next quick dollar for them. It's the next mid-level marketing scheme. It's the next chase my cash, chase my dollar hustler type of person. And the reason that this type of clown is worth avoiding is because they're only as good as the money that they're making until they get wiped out. And it's very easy for these people to get wiped out, whether they're an independent person or 1 or 2 people working in collaboration. The here today, gone tomorrow clown are the types that will trade a few watches, and then as soon as the economy crashes or their finances run up and get dry, or they bought a fake and it knocked them out, they're done. They don't go back to watch trading. You won't hear from them again. Some of them disappear, never to be heard of, and they go chase other types of money, the next quick cash dollar. So I like to call those guys the here today, gone tomorrow. And you'll see a bunch of these types of folks. Once you start understanding how they talk to you, they're very chasing the dollar. They don't care about their reputation, which is paramount in this industry. Your reputation is worth more than a quick dollar, guys. So be careful of the here today, gone tomorrow clown. Clown number 2 in the circus is, but of course, the poser clown. So this clown is quite entertaining, but also equally dangerous to the good business that is done in the watch industry world. The poser clown is someone that you can recognize perhaps by seeing them holding out a bunch of watches on their arms that they do not own. These folks like to broker a lot of timepieces, which by the way is totally fine. Brokering is an amazing way to make money in this space, and it's an amazing way to connect buyers and sellers. That's not the issue. The issue is the person who likes to broker or pretend that they have all the inventory that they have, and they really don't have enough money to even buy one watch that they're holding. These types of people are the guys you see renting Lamborghinis. They're the guys you see, pairing up with other gurus in the marketplace who don't have a dollar to their name and just hustle cash out of everyone. These people are the types of people who always are the loudest in the group on the watch forums, in the actual industry space, who need to be heard behind a keyboard and on a microphone. But when you see them in person, or you actually have them come out, they're nowhere to be seen, they're quiet, they're sheepish. It's because they have nothing real tangible to stand on. They have no real credibility or clout. That's the poser clown. And they're everywhere in this day and age of the internet. So be very careful of this person, because if you're young in the game or you're someone who doesn't really know how to read between the lines, you can very easily get tricked into thinking that a lot of these whore sellers, as I call them, and other types of people who are coming into the game pretend they have a lot of cash, pretend they have a lot of clout, pretend they've done a lot of deals, and really have none of those things, and they don't have a good reputation. So be very careful of that clown. The next clown on the list is the slimy dealer wholesaler clown. So these types of folks are either big dealers, surprisingly. Yes, they have brick and mortar stores sometimes. Sometimes it's a wholesaler, sometimes it's a gray market dealer, and sometimes it's a watch trader, if they've gone rogue, who does business in a way that isn't transparent. So by that, I mean they'll use very generic terms when they're selling you a watch. Things like bought as is, no returns ever. Things like this watch's service history, I don't know if it's ever been serviced. As far as I know, I don't think so. Have it as is. And the reason they use very generic terms is a lot of times they actually know there's something wrong with the watch. A lot of times they know that the provenance of the watch has come from not so authentic of backgrounds. Now that doesn't mean they're always selling fakes or replicas. Some of them do, which is terrible, and they should be banned forever. But some of them are just doing subtle things that will rip people off. Like you'll get a timepiece, for example, and they didn't disclose that the command bezel didn't work or that there's scratches on the case, and they never told you there were scratches on the case and they weren't accurate about the condition. And the reason this is fucked up is because you're gonna get the watch, and then even if you try to resolve it in a civil manner with the slimy dealer, wholesaler, clown, they will strong arm you and make you feel like you're an idiot and you're the person who's in the wrong for having an issue with this thing when they never disclosed it in the first place. They're the same types of people who will approach you, especially if you're a collector, private seller, private buyer, all those things. And if they think they know more than you, will strong arm you into letting go of your watch for absolute rock bottom price. They'll say the market is fucked right now. No one wants that watch. You don't know what you're talking about, and strong arm you into getting that watch from you at below bottom cash value price, and then immediately go and change the game up and go sell it to someone. And when the person goes, why are you asking $2,000 above market price? They'll go, well, this is the hottest watch on the market right now. So they lie right in front of your face. And it's not necessarily anything new and different. This happens in the car game too with dealers, certain dealers. There's plenty of great dealers out there who do great business, and they're amazing people you should connect with. But the slimy ones, the ones that hide things, the ones that aren't transparent about condition, the ones that really kind of use these terms to hide things when they know they're there and will scheme and game behind you a little bit, will do anything and everything to scrape together dollars, and they don't give a fuck if you come to them with a legitimate concern. So be aware of those types of people. Ask for references. Make sure that you don't see anything on the internet that has been said about those dealers that would raise a red flag, and you should be good to go. So the fourth and final clown in the circus is the most common clown out there. This is the total garbage clown. Cap them, they're done, throw them in the trash. These are the complete scammers, the people who are internet trolls, the people who will ask you to wire them because their great-grandfather gave them a Rolex with the date wheel not working, and they want $6,000 lower than any other comp on the market. And by the way, send it via PayPal and send them your PayPal email. They live in India, and their cousin who's coming into the United States in New York will be there for one day. So make sure you ship the watch before you ever send them the money, and they'll take it and run because they're a prince from, Baghdad or whatever it is. There's a million different scammers out there, guys. People who are total garbage, people who are looking to take advantage and prey on people who are desperate to sell watches or buy watches or maybe new to the trading space. So make sure you use common sense and be logical about what's going on, okay? These are the easiest clowns to identify, even though they're the most prominent, but they're also like the most detrimental in the grand scheme of the mass market. These are the people who usually experienced folks like myself will avoid in a heartbeat and know very well, but I'll still have people who are students or colleagues say, hey, does this look legit to you? And if I look at 2 or 3 things about this person, immediately I can tell that they're a huge scammer, that they're trying to get you to give them your private info, that they're going to steal from you, that they're never going to give you a watch if you're buying one, or that they're going to take your watch and run and you'll never get the money on the other side. These people come on the Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay, plenty of the other platforms, even on some of the watch forums themselves that aren't on Facebook. So make sure that you take an extra step to be secure in when you're doing business, right? Things like having a FaceTime call with someone, making them set the face of the watch to a time that you designate so you know that the watch is in their possession. Meet them in person at a dealer or at a police station if you can, locally. Do things that will help you be safe and secure in the business that you do, especially in today's age where anyone can form an online profile, people can steal your identity, and will literally scam you, especially when they're desperate for money or have been doing it for a long time. This is the absolute bottom of the barrel, the biggest clown in the circus, the garbage clown, and a great way to get really good at totally avoiding these idiots is to get so high up in the layer cake that you forget what shit smells like. All right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been Cal Knight. Stay tuned, subscribe below. We're going to have some great content at Watch Trading Academy, and I hope to see you in the Academy and be with our thousands upon thousands of members who are making a lot of money, having fun doing this, guys. Take care. Till next time.